Nurses are great, nurses are caring, an epitome of humility in service. We are specially ordained for this vocation. Yes, I'm proud to be a nurse.
Nurses are great, nurses are beautiful. The words of our nursing anthem. You're welcome to another interesting episode of Nurses Arise talk show live on Nightingale Radio. Like I would always tell you, tell somebody that will tell another person that will tell yet another person that Nurses Arise talk show is live on air right now. And you can listen to us by downloading our radio app from Google Play Store. Just go to Google Play Store, type on search Nightingale Radio, Nightingale Radio. There is only one Nightingale Radio. Just download and install our radio app on your device, especially for those of you who use Android device. Please, we would like to have more nurses listening to Nightingale Radio, because this is a platform by nurses, for nurses, and for the society.
I hope to erring ones and their foundation for building a healthy world. Together we shall stand.
And for the opportunity of those who are listening for the first time, if you're just connecting with us, we welcome you in a very special way. Thank you for joining the show. My name is Mary Ozoroyan, aka Royan, the radio diva, aka the media nurse. Some choose to call me the talk goddess. Of course, some also call me the Sabi nurse. Yes, some call me the queen of microphone. So I have a lot of names. But hey, me, I talk for a living. Yes.
Indomitable, we are the source of hope to erring ones and their foundation for building a healthy world. Together we shall stand.
And of course, don't be surprised, I am a registered nurse just like you. If you're listening to me, yes, I'm a registered nurse just like you. It's just that some of us decided to go a different paths. We need more nurses in the media. We just have to devise a means of telling our own positive stories in the media. We can't leave it to the normal media personnel to tell our stories for us. They've been doing that for years, and they've not really been doing a very good job with that, So it is only we nurses ourselves that can tell our own stories ourselves using the media as a platform. So that is why some of us have to be in the media, so that we can be like the mouthpiece of the profession.
On integrity and discipline that transcends through every generation, immaculate and amicable, we are the source of hope to erring ones.
All right, today on Nurses Arise Radio Talk Show live on Nightingale Radio, I have to remind you that for the past 2 weeks, we've been looking at the issue of the new verification guidelines being put up by the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. This has stirred up uproar and media frenzy, and a lot of agitation amongst nurses home and abroad. Nigerian nurses, I beg your pardon, Nigerian nurses home and abroad have come out en masse to protest against this. They've come out to frown against this. They've come out to say no to the new verification process, showing their grievances in every way they can, and the need for NMCN to make a reversal, to make a U-turn on this verification guideline thingy, so that we all can be at peace again, And of course, that according to the circular, the new verification guideline is supposed to take effect from the 1st of March 2024, which is just few days away, if I'm not mistaken. Today is 26th of February, and March is just around the corner, like is is in front of us already. So we need to know. Nurses have been calling to ask questions. Royen, how far with this verification process? March is already here. Oh. Is this how we are going to continue? Is it that we are going to embrace this verification process just like that? Like, are we just going to take it in like that? Like, has it just come to stay like that? What's going to happen now from 1st of March? And I told them, calm down, calm down, calm down. Don't worry. Be calm, be calm, be calm. We got this. So we have some nurses, some very, very, very hardworking nurses, some very brave nurses, confident nurses, bold nurses who have been working behind the scene, who have been doing a whole lot to ensure that this verification process does not kick off on the 1st of March, and they've made a lot of progress. So that is why we are on the show today. Today's episode is to give you nurses updates on the progress report, like give you updates on what these nurses have done so far. And I tell you, I am super proud of them. I am so proud of them. I give them kudos, thumbs up with my 2 thumbs and my leg, everything. I use everything to do thumbs up to them because they've really tried. They've done a whole lot and they've made a good progress. So after this short music break, I am going to be connecting with my guest on the show today. I'm going to be connecting with my guest, someone very popular, someone well known among the nursing community. I have known this nurse for a while, but we didn't really have, we actually didn't have a personal relationship or rapport, so to speak. But his name has always rang a bell, North Africa. I've heard about him, quite a number of times. And you will see him in advocacy. You will see him where nurses are speaking. You will see him where we are trying to speak against or speak for something. You see him where development is happening. You see him trying to fight the cause of nursing profession. And he is somebody that has made a mark for himself in the nursing profession in Nigeria. And of course, he's one of the nurses in Nigeria that have gone abroad. So he's currently practicing in diaspora. And I'm talking about no other person than Nurse Abiola Olaniyan, aka Nurse Africa. He is currently an emergency nurse practitioner in the United Kingdom. So after the short music break, I will be connecting with my guest on the show, Nurse Abiola, aka Nurse Africa.
We are called to serve humanity, endowed with the heart and sense of caring. We are built on integrity and discipline that transcends through every generation.
So as you already know, that nurses are not only found in the hospital, nurses are not only found giving injections, to patients and the likes. We have nurses who are advocates, we have nurses who are lawyers, we have nurses who are in the media now, we have nurses who are in companies, in oil companies, we have nurses who are in politics, we have nurses who are doing great things in the society. And I tell you, Nurse Africa is one of such nurses, holding the flag of nursing profession and swinging it in the right direction. Representing us very well, he's not disappointing us at all. We are very proud of him. In fact, the guy, day in brain, where the guy get brain, he get mamudiaga, he get everything, like the guy get chest, he get liver, you understand? So, and he has been one of the nurses at the forefront of this agitation against the new verification guidelines put up by the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. So he is here with us right now, live on air on Nurses Arise talk show, live on Nightingale Radio, and you will be listening to him shortly. Hello, Nurse Abiola, Nurse Africa. Good evening from Nigeria.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, Ronnie. Thank you for this opportunity. Good evening to everyone listening. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank you very much. The world can hear you. All right, North Africa. Let's start with that name, North Africa. I've always been hearing North Africa. I think me connecting with you for the show, that was me. That was how I knew your real name. I've always known you as North Africa. So where did that name North Africa come from? Let's start with that.
Okay, good evening, everyone, once again. The name Africa actually originated from my affection for late George Willard. I was born in Ife. I grew up in Ife, and
Oh,
as Osun State, Ife, and for every child that grew up in Ife or Ile-Ife in Osun State, our dream has always been OAU. We are obsessed about
indeed.
Obafemi Law University. So, and while growing up, I grew up to witness the activism of late George Willard. Is one person I look up to as a young child, and a- after the how do I want to put this? After his untimely death, and I gained admission into the school as well. When I started activism as a student at Federal Polytechnic of that was before even coming into nursing
To
at all. And
nothing.
I yeah, so that was when I deemed fit to carry on his legacy, to carry on his activism, and took up the name Africa.
Indeed, I was just curious to know though, and I have also seen that you brought in that activism spirit into nursing profession, and it's actually working
Okay.
for us right now. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
right now let's dig into the business of the day proper, talking about
Okay.
the new verification guideline that has caused a lot of hullabaloo, media frenzy all over for the past 3 weeks, among Nigerian nurses home and abroad. Last week we talked about this extensively on the show, but today nurses are curious to know the progress reports, to know how far we have gone, because everybody's hairs are all standing trying to see what's going to happen on the 1st of March. Like 1st of March is approaching and we don't know our fate yet. Is the circular going to take effect? Is it not going to take effect? Have nurses been able to change the minds of NMCN and their board members? What is going on? So I'll give you the floor to give us a good update, because nurses are all listening to the show today and they can't wait to get an update of how far we have gone in this struggle.
Okay, thank you very much. I have to say, let me start by first of all acknowledging the effort of Alhaji Farouk since assumption of office. He has been one registrar that have changed the face of nursing. And like I've said in different forum, that for the good work he has done since assumption of office, this particular circular should not be what we erode all his achievement, because this is what he will be remembered for. We are all shocked, the nursing community. We are all shocked with the release of the circular on the 7th of March in setting Satan. That's what I used to, that's the name I use. It is satanic guideline for nurses seeking verification of their license. And let us actually understand what its verification is all about, because a lot of people have actually thought about verification as the only thing verification is used for is to
Is
japa,
to travel,
like we all
yes,
call it.
true, true.
Yes. But unfortunately, it is not. Verification of license is an avenue for the Nursing and Midwifery Council, going by the act of establishment of the NMCN, Nursing and Midwifery Council, to verify that this nurse is registered with you, has not been disqualified. That is the only thing nursing council need to do. In the same word, that should take just less than 24 hours. I before becoming a nurse, you have attended a recognized school, an accredited institution. Nursing and Midwifery Council set up an examination. You have passed. Nursing and Midwifery Council issued a certificate to you that you are a registered nurse. And every 3 years, nurses pay to keep their name on the register by renewing and revalidating their license.
Exactly.
So, what I do with that certificate should not be Nursing Council problem. It should be that an employer, foreign or local, individuals should be able to say, can you confirm to me, is this nurse, is this person a nurse as he has claimed, a registered nurse? But for Nursing Council to now take over the role which they have assumed on the 7th of March and start setting guidelines that has not taken just nursing to the last 20 years, that's taking nursing back to the Stone Ages. It's very, very disappointing. It's shameless, and I don't even know the right adjective to qualify it. And since the release of the circular, effort has been going on underground by stakeholders. We've seen unit NAMs, state NAMs, state chapters of NAMs coming out to say, no, we don't agree to this. And let us also get it right that the circular was signed by Alhaji Farouk, who is the registrar, the CEO of NMCN. But as at today that I'm talking to you, the NMCN has no board. There is no board of NMCN right now. Every board, the last board of NMCN that Dr. Bola Ofi was dissolved by the last administration. That is, I'm talking of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Now, President Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has not constituted another board for Nursing and Midwifery Council. So, such decision first should have been a decision that would be argued and discussed at the level of the board. But I don't want to believe that the registrar took a personal decision just to release such satanic guidelines out to Nigerian nurses. It's so shameful, it's so saddening that in 2024 we are pegging nurses to work in 2 years or to work for 2 years before seeking verification. We are telling nurses in 2024 that they have to get a letter from their CEO or their MD before they could be verified. We know what this means. We all know the implication of putting the independent, of taking the autonomy of nursing away and putting them dependent in the hands of hospital owners. I don't want to start using profession. In the hands of hospital owners. It means if a nurse is hold, the person have to stick to the employment. If a nurse is being intimidated or pressed at their place of work, they just have to stay and bear all this just because they needed a letter to verify. And when you want to do verification, like I said, verification is not about traveling out alone. What about career progression? You want to go, you want to study, probably you have a BSc, you want to do your master's in advanced field. The nursing in Nigeria again have actually made it look like, okay, you can only do masters in certain field. While in the advanced world, where people can seek verification to go to, there are further specialties of nursing. I might choose not to study to have masters in medical surgical nursing that's been offered in Nigeria. I might choose a different field and I did verification for this. So it's not about JAPA alone. Big companies in Nigeria request of your verification to know that you are still registered with NMCN.
Before they can give you a job.
Before they can give you a lucrative job. So it's more than seeing it from the aspect of JAPA. No, it's more than that. And like I said, a lot of stakeholders, I've seen the letters from different state NAMs. I've seen the letter from the head of nursing institutions in Nigeria saying, no, we are not part of this decision, and we are saying no to these guidelines completely. So unfortunately, the national body, which should represent the interest of the Nigerian nurses, has not woken up from their slumber. I learned there are efforts, they are putting effort. Well, any effort they are putting in there, they have been imputing that has not been made known to Nigerian nurses. 4 days till the commencement of the implementation of that satanic circular, I don't think that's an effort good enough.
So it means
So-
that you're saying categorically that National NAM has not done anything, or their efforts is not felt at all.
Now, let me not use the word they've not done anything. If I say
Okay.
they've not done anything, I am not part of them. I only have privileged information to some of their actions. But I can say categorically that every action, every effort you are putting in place that has not been communicated adequately to the Nigerian nurses, that this is what we are doing to stop this circular from being implemented on the 1st of March, is absolutely not good enough. Absolutely not good enough.
Not good enough. I can imagine that. So, so since NAM is not being proactive, can I use the word proactive to the attitude of NAM towards this? Yeah. So since National NAM is not being proactive to trying to see what they can do about this satanic circular, like you said, who are coming together to do something about it?
Okay, thank you so much. I have to commend every nurse out there. Their resilience in the face of injustice deserve commendation.
Amazing.
For the first time in years, I see every nurse speaking with one voice.
With one
I
voice.
see every one of us, the young, the old, everyone saying no to this particular verification for guideline. And the most interesting part of it is that those of us that have even left the shores of the country see it as a necessity to identify with our colleagues back home in Nigeria. And just yesterday, I read a circular. I read the court litigation instituted against NMC by UGONSA, that is University Graduate Association, Nurses Association. That was an amazing step. So the UGONSA has filed a petition against the NMCN at the Federal High Court in Enugu, stopping the implementation of this circular. That's a good one from UGONSA. Wow. That is what we expected from NAM. Then again, apart from UGONSA, a group of nurses who have left Nigeria, who practice in diaspora, have also come together to say, no, we need to do something about this. Under the aegis of Nursing Group Admin. Nursing Group Admin is like a congregation of all head of nursing groups, various nursing groups in Nigeria. We came together, I think, as far back as 2018 to say, okay, we can come together to channel our energy, to synergize our energy in case there is need to fight for a just cause. And there is this saying that says injustice to one is an injustice to all. Injury to one is an injury to all.
Sure.
So the injustice being faced by our colleagues back home in Nigeria is being felt by those of us in diaspora too. And we've taken it up under the aegis of Nursing Group Admin to say, okay, let us test the law. What does the law say about the position NMCN is standing? And what we did is that we have contacted a firm, that is Adelewa Williams and Partners, we're giving them the mandate and the authority to challenge these at the courts. And like we all know that in Nigeria, the court is the hope of a common man.
True.
So we have instituted a case with NMCN that is under the aegis of NJA, and what at the stage we have now is that on Friday, I'm sure you must have been privy to the memo that was circulated online.
Yes.
We've given a pre-action notice to NMCN on Friday. That was well received and stamped by the Secretary to the Registrar at the NMCN office.
Okay.
And we've given a pre-action notice to say, okay, these guidelines you've stated that nurses should start following from March 1. We are saying no to it. We've made our prayers known, and we've given NMCN by following the Act, that is the Public Officers Protection Act 2013 in Nigeria. we're giving them 72 hours, which will be elapsing tomorrow, Tuesday, to stop the implementation of that circular and issue a rejoinder about the circular. Again, another thing, one of the things we have also prayed for is that NMCN should commence as a matter of urgency verification of Nigerian nurses using the effective old, let me know the current effective system, because it's not an old system. We don't have a new one. So using the current effective system that has been very effective. Although when I say very effective, it is relative. Because if it take nurses 2 weeks, 1 month before they get
I was actually going to ask you that even that current one that you're asking NMCNs to go back to, does it still does it sit well with nurses? Like does it go with the standard of verification that is being practiced in other countries?
In all sincerity, no.
You see?
In all sincerity, in all honesty, we are still very backward by international best practice.
But the thing is, when we are talking about two evils, we can go with the lesser evil, right?
Of course, definitely.
So that seems like the lesser evil that nurses can still make do with, at least with the.
Yes, you can still make do with and look for a way to improve on this.
On that too, good.
On the particular one, we need to look for a way to improve on this particular system. I said effective because it's relatively, at least, it is better than where we're coming from.
True.
But right now, today, in 2024, the system needs massive improvements. Not taking us back to Golgotha.
So we are supposed the system is supposed to be improving and not deteriorating.
Well, not deteriorating in any way. So those are our prayers that is contained in the pre-action notice that have been served to the registrar and NMCN, and the lawyers, the firm, have our mandate and authority that if NMCN refuses to heed this clarion call, they have our authority to take the next line of action. We understand very well that NMCN is a body that is guided by the rule of law. This is a complete infringement on people's rights. It is a complete infringement on nurses' fundamental rights. The right to freedom, the right to free movement, right to migration is a right. It is a complete right of every individual in Nigeria, nurses inclusive. And also, Nigeria, by virtue of being a signatory to the ILO conference, does by being a signatory to the ILO conference means that you can't stop the migration of people. And instead of the most disappointing part of it is that from the letter, from the circular released by NMCN, you can understand the undertone, the intention behind the circular. Now, instead of trying to stop Nigerian nurses from migrating to greener pastures, if you want to actually stop Nigerian nurses, what you should do is to provide enabling environment, bring their welfare, bring them on the table, bring nurses to the table, ask for what they needed, improve on their welfare. Nurses still earn 25,000, 30,000 out there.
True.
Imagine going to the university, completing a rigorous 5 years course, add that to internship 1 year internship course, add that to 1 year NYSC. That is 7 years only to come out and be earning 30,000 in the present economical state of Nigeria. So what the NMCN should be doing as a body regulating education and practice of nursing in Nigeria should be liaising with the government, should be liaising with relevant stakeholders on improving the welfare of Nigerian nurses that would make us feel like, okay, there is no need going out when I'm well taken care of in my own country. So even if the intention is to stop migration, there are better ways to stop migration, to make migration to other countries less attractive than just bringing out draconian guidelines. in the name of we want to stop jackpot. So, and like I said, verification is not about jackpot practice abroad alone. There are numerous reasons why people want to verify. There are numerous reasons why people want to advance their career. There are employers, even back home in Nigeria, employers seek for your verification. Employers want to know, yes, you're carrying the license, but do you have any issues with your practice? So these are things that NMCN should be doing, not bringing out guidelines that are as outdated as, I don't know, Florence Nightingale era.
I can imagine. Thank you very much, North Africa. So, if I understand you well now, you have given through your lawyers, you've given the NMCN a court injunction. You have given them a letter.
No. It's not a court injunction.
Okay.
It's a pre-action notice.
Okay, a pre-action notice. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
This is us. This is us complying with the Public Officers Protection Act that states that every government institution should be given a pre-action notice in case of a litigation against them.
Okay.
And that could be for 72 hours.
For 72 hours. And from the time that pre-action notice was issued, is it up to 72 hours yet, or we are still waiting for the 72 hours mark?
We are still waiting. Yeah, the 72 hours mark will be by tomorrow.
Oh, and amazing.
We are hoping and praying that the registrar, Alhaji Farouk, who have done amazingly well in office, his assumption of office, would not want to erode his good work with this satanic circular. We hope and pray that we don't push it to that. The NMCN do not push it to an extent where we'll be having some days in court. We hope they hit this clarion call.
You know, I was going to that was going to be my next question. That what if Alhaji Farouk and his team does not eat to this after 72 hours? What next?
The next I am not a lawyer.
Okay.
That is why we've secured the services of lawyers.
Okay.
Although we are being given appropriate information on their next line of action, we know what they will be doing, and if everyone, like we all know, after pre-action notice, if nothing is done, we've mandated the team of lawyers and the firm, the team of lawyers and the firm, to actually institute a legal action, a legal redress in court. Let us see, by the act establishing the NMCN, do they have the power to actually set these guidelines? One. Number two, does the act NMCN that gives NMCN power, Federal Republic of Nigeria, that grants every Nigerian freedom? So if this act supersedes the Constitution, NMCN can come and explain that to courts, to us in courts. Those are the direct the instructions we've given to our lawyers.
Okay. I think that's fine enough, and that's quite explanatory. So we shall wait for the 72 hours to elapse. So after 72 hours, we will see what will happen and whatever it is that would take effect from there. So hopefully, we hope that Alhaji Farouk would eat to this and do the right thing. We can only hope that he does the right thing alongside with his team, so that all this matter can just be put to rest at the end of the day, and everybody can have peace. So before you go,
okay.
You wanted to please go ahead. You wanted to say something.
I just said I just want to add that is our prayers too, because we don't want a situation where we'll be dragging nothing and nurses here and there. We just pray the Alhaji Farouk continue with the good work he's doing in office. Instead of this guideline, take down this guideline and improve the current verification process like I said, that need a massive improvement to meet up with the international standard of practice.
Personally, I can't wait to give him all the kudos and thumbs up, and well done, and give him all the cheering if he actually does the right thing at the end of the day. In fact, if he does, he would be earning the respect of all nurses in Nigeria, home and abroad, all
Definitely.
night. Yes, he will be earning the respect of Nigerian nurses, home and abroad. So before I let you go, Nurse Africa, I don't know if you have any other thing to say to Nigerian nurses at a time like this that everybody's hope is just so high. Our hearts are pounding, you understand, and our hair strands are standing. We are so anxious to see what's gonna happen in the next 72 hours, like tomorrow, and then on the 1st of March. So, what do you say to nurses at a time like this?
Well, my words to the Nigerian nurses home and abroad is that this is a time we need to actually bring ourselves together and speak with one voice. This is a time we need to show togetherness in everything that we do. Kudos to everyone. Kudos to everyone that have championed this cause from the set go. A
Please
lot
feel
of
free to
nurses are
mention names
taking.
if you want to make a shout out
Okay,
to some
okay.
specific persons who have been doing something spectacular, if you would love to.
Okay, so thank you so much for the opportunity to.
Yeah.
So let me first of all give kudos to the team to the Nigerian nurses who have hit the street with protest. They've protested at Abuja. Nurses have protested in Lagos. Nurses have protested in Bayelsa. There have been a protest in Ibadan. A peaceful walk. Let me not say protest. Protest sounds like violent,
True, true,
like
true. Peaceful
peaceful.
work.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
peaceful work just to
True.
show our displeasure with this new verification guideline. As I'm talking today, some nurses also had a peaceful demonstration at in Akwa Ibom. Kudos to everyone coming out for this. Kudos to everyone sticking out their neck to ensure that we'll get it right in nursing this time around. Kudos to everyone behind the scene. Kudos to people that have been pushing out information as well, using all their various social media outlets, from Calvin Osai, who has been on Twitter, to Osage Mary, Nursing World Nigeria, Nurse Kainde, a lot of them on social media, on Twitter. Fawole Israel, my brother, he has been doing a very fantastic job. JJ Prof, my Oga, thank you so much for that wonderful interview on Arise TV. Thank you so much, everyone. Kitchen Olatunji, thank you so much. And also, I want to particularly also appreciate the Nigerian nurses in diaspora, because the Nigerian nurses in diaspora, for the first time, are identifying solidly with the Nigerian nurses still in Nigeria. They
Wow.
have been showing massive support in everything we have been doing. I have to say thank you to every one of us, including myself. We have been trying as much as possible. And for those nurses out there who have been using their personal spaces, their social media spaces, and everything to push out this narrative, to push out this information, thank you to every one of you. I want to start with you particularly. Thank you for providing this opportunity, at least for nurses to hear from us, that we are not just acting because we wanted to act. We are acting in the best interest of the Nigerian nurses and in nursing in general. In general. Thank you so much, Ronye. So
Thank
much
you.
appreciate this opportunity given to me.
You're
A lot of people I cannot mention, because if I start mentioning, I'm going to take a whole lot of time of your time. These people are working massively behind the scene just to ensure that for the first time in nursing, at least in our own generation, we are challenging a status quo and we are ensuring that the right thing is done. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Nurse Africa. We really do appreciate you for coming on the show today to give nurses, Nigerian nurses, hope that something positive might come out of this very, very soon, and we all can have a breather at the end of
Thank you
it.
so much.
Hopefully, all right.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Thank you for heeding to our request to come on the show. We hope that when next we invite you on any of our shows on Nightingale Radio, you would oblige us.
Definitely, definitely,
And of course,
100%.
also help us be an ambassador for Nightingale Radio. This platform is by Nurses for Nurses and for the society. We want more nurses to support the platform, more nurses to be part of this progress. It's not a one-man thing. It is for all of us. And by the time we have more support from nurses both home and abroad, we can be able to move this platform forward as the voice of nurses, as a media
Yes.
platform
Thank
for
you so
nursing
much for what you are
profession.
doing. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for what you are doing. Thank you so
Thank
much for what
you.
you are doing. And
Thank you.
in whatever way we can contribute our quota, definitely this is for nursing.
Thank
And
you.
we will definitely do everything to support anything nursing. This is what we have. This is what we do. We don't have any other thing. And we
Yeah.
must ensure its progress. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much. All right. So there you have it, people. It's been a very amazing conversation with North Africa on the show today.
Together we shall stand. Nurses are great, nurses are caring, an epitome of humility in service. We are specially ordained for this vocation. Yes, I'm proud to be a nurse.
Yes, we're proud to be nurses, and I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has been on the show today, who joined us. Thank you to our guests on the show today. It's been an amazing time having this conversation with him, and the conversation was quite productive, I must say. So now 72 hours was given to NMCN, and I can't wait to see what the results would be at the end of the 72 hours, which ends tomorrow, so that we all can know where we're going from here. If we'll be taking a sigh of relief, if we'll be taking a breather, or if we will be tightening our belts so that we'll know the next line of action. Our time is fast spent on the show today. So this is where we'll be drawing the curtains on today's episode of Nurses Arise Talk Show. Please tell someone, that will tell another person, that will tell yet another person to download Nightingale Radio app from Google Play Store, especially those of you using an Android device. Kindly have our radio app on your device. Thank you for doing so. Yes, my name remains Mary Ozoronya, aka Ronya, the Radio Diva, the media nurse, the talk goddess. Still, I come your way again next week Monday for another interesting episode of Nurses Arise Radio Talk Show. Please keep listening to Nightingale Radio. Bye for now.
Yes, I'm proud to be a nurse.